Realtor coming to you live once again from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. Here's your quick update video. It's alive, and I might just try to take you to a place I've never taken you before by the time this video ends. Because why? I've got the Starlink literally strapped to my back. I have a satellite dish strapped to my back because the 3G, 4G, 5G just doesn't work that good anymore on Maui. Sort of like the day of the fire, right? All of a sudden cell phones don't work. It's like, huh, isn't that weird? Like before the fire even started, they had us all cut off. But anyway, I seriously digress. But here's a quick update on what's going on with the Bill 9 vacation rental ban and also the golf course, Plantation Bay Villa golf course water ban. As you can see, the golf course looking very green. That's why I wanted to shoot this video right here, because it's just looking amazing. They could totally do the tournament, but that got canceled. But unfortunately, the Bill 9 did pass the first reading at the Maui County Council. No surprise there. No surprise, right? We're not surprised anymore. They're just all going to get sued to kingdom come. There's no question about that. And it will never stand the test of time, in my humble opinion, because it's basically constitutionally illegal to do this. But they're going to go ahead and cost the county and the taxpayer, that's you and me, if of course you own property here or live here on Maui, they're going to cost us a ton of money for the county to defend this horrendous thing. But at any rate, if you didn't know this, well, one of the council members, RIP, rest in peace, did pass away, and so therefore it would have been where Mayor Bisson would have had to assign a new person to vote, but the vote was so far in favor that really wasn't a necessity. But ultimately it did pass the very first reading, so it needs to go to another reading, and then the mayor still needs to sign it into quote-unquote law. And there is an opportunity now for amendments to be introduced. The way the bill passed the first reading, there was no amendments. And what do I mean by amendments? Basically, the first reading of the bill includes all 7,000 plus units, no exemptions, no exceptions. Everything that's apartment zone really is on that first pass of the reading. The first reading of the bill passed. So the second reading is when they can now introduce some of these amendments, hopefully. Not that it really matters. I think the whole thing is a moot point, but it would give some more clarity in terms of which units, which complexes they want to ban and exempt versus the ones they want to exempt. Non-exempt would be the ones that are banned, exempt are the ones that are not banned. And again, this only applies to apartment zone vacation rentals. If there's many units on Maui that are residentially zoned with exemptions, there are grandfathered units that are residentially zoned. There's many hotel zoned units that are not under question. But what's interesting is the market has still gone down anywhere from 20 to 30% in value for the hotel zoned and the residentially zoned and those that are grandfathered in. So basically all the above have suffered severe economic loss as a result of this potential ban. But in the end, most of the opponents agree that it's not constitutional, and there'll be a lot of lawsuits that'll be filed. There'll be injunctions that are filed, and ultimately this will never stand the test of time, would be my personal belief as well, based on everything I know about estoppel law and just constitutional rights. And you can't single out one property and not another one, right? So like, I'll give you an example. Here I am in beautiful Kapalua, Maui. This is the golf villas back here. Let me show you real quick. The golf villas. So the golf villas were on the exempted, the first proposed non-exempted list. And then over here, we have the Ridge villas, right up there. Do you see that? The Ridge villas. They were exempt list, but then down below, their exempt and non-exempt delineations make almost 0 sense. But let's face it, everything the government does makes 0 sense. And what's the latest update with the Kapalua water situation? I heard from a very reliable source, I mean, we all know this already, that the billionaire from Japan that owns the Kapalua resort has sued Maui Land and Pine, and the court date was just set. Are you ready? Get ready. 2027. Lawsuit that was filed against Maui Land and Pine for turning off the water and the ongoing accusation, if you will, that they are not maintaining the infrastructure to provide enough water. But as you can see, look, we don't need no stinking Maui County. We got God on our side, and God is watering the golf courses, right? And of course, it's always been this way. Of course, on the golf courses, as you can see, they're just looking beautiful. Another great shot of the Ridge Villas. As a matter of fact, I've got that unit right there on the market right now, 2712. A fantastic one bedroom with a beautiful view of the ocean. But what I thought I would do right now that you have a quick update. So once again, if you're just joining the live, we got some serious trade winds. We got a serious headwind. You know, this is a lot like Maui right now. We have a serious headwind. Everything is kind of going against Maui in terms of they're trying to ban repairing seawalls, they're trying to cut off the water, they're trying to ban vacation rentals, and certainly they're not doing anything to promote tourism on Maui, which is going to crash the economy, it's going to crash the tax base. Property values for condos are dropping. Interest rates are still kind of high, but they're going to come down really soon, I think the first quarter. But HOA dues are up, taxes are up, room rates are down, occupancy is down. So it's sort of like all these converging elements, especially for the condominium market and the economy, I think are going to create a beautiful window of opportunity for people that are thinking about buying a property here on Maui. Because let's face it, before this, we were on the elevator to the top, and just like a lot of real estate markets on the mainland, you know, it's softening. It's soft. Okay, it's really soft for condos. But the point is that there's a great opportunity, there's a chink in the armor to go ahead and capture your Maui dream property. And of course, you can see, I think I have almost 30 listings now. You can go check them out at teamwestmaui.com. I'll put a link in the description, teamwestmaui.com, but there's some great opportunities right now. So I think it's a wonderful time to take a look at the real estate market here. And I don't think you're going to have opportunities like this for very long. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Everybody's still there? You know, that's the one thing about doing YouTube lives is you just never know what's going to happen. Like your kids calling you over and over and over again. So how's the mic holding up? I've got the little sock right here, the little mouse, the little fur ball. I'm in like a serious 10-mile-an-hour wind. Does it sound okay? How's the Starlink doing? Can you see the Starlink back here? Can you see that? There's the Starlink. Is this working, or is I'm just crazy? Here's what I know is working for sure. Are you ready? This is definitely working. Are you ready? My new one wheel. Yes, the last one got stolen. Whoever stole it. I got a few choice words for you, but there's the new one wheel GT, the S series, the XL. Oh! So you want to know something more than anything, guys? More than anything, I'm just out here having a good time. Right? Because the way I look at it is if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong, like literally. So I'm just having a good time. Whether it works or not, I really don't care, because you know what? It's all happening in some kind of perfect orchestrated tapestry of perfection that I don't understand, that you probably don't understand. I know God understands it, but we're just supposed to go along for the ride and just keep smiling from ear to ear, grinning like apes, like literally. Like my first time I ever did a closing for a mortgage, I was a mortgage broker for, I don't know, like 10 years. And my buddy that was mentoring me, Mike Klee, aloha Mike, you're probably not watching, but anyway, I said, Mike, what do? I got my first closing. You know, I don't know what to do. I got to go to this closing. I was a mortgage guy. He said, Eric, just sit there and grin like an ape. I was like, okay, all right, I can do that. That's the first reading of Maui County Council, and we don't care. We really don't, because we know the law and logic and reason and God are on our side. And also, there's plenty of water coming down from the heavens here at the Kapalua Bay Course, and they could totally do the Tournament of Champions at the plantation, but they won't. And what the government should be doing, is putting out huge campaigns across the planet saying, come to Maui, where the world comes to play. The world's playground, right? That's the saying in Kapalua, but they're not doing that, but that's okay. We have social media, we have YouTubers, and we have you. That's all we really need anymore. We don't need mainstream this, that, and the other thing, and we certainly don't need a bunch of government idiots to run our lives and to help us, right? If anything, we're gonna vote them out, guaranteed, and then there'll be a beautiful horizon ahead. Smooth sailing, blue skies, and Maui, my friends, will always be Maui. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get back on the one wheel. We're gonna hope that the Starlink stays connected, and we're gonna talk some more story. I'm gonna show you around Kapalua, and I'm gonna show you the coolest place to go hiking, mountain biking, and running, walking, and checking out the ducks up at the Kapalua Golf, the old Kapalua golf course called the Village Course, up to the duck pond. So this is my whole goal today, was to take you guys on a quick journey on the One Wheel XL and show you exactly how to get to the duck pond. And why do I say this? Why is this important? Besides the fact that it gives me a wonderful excuse to ride the One Wheel, it's important because if people don't show you this stuff on Maui, like, you'll never know. You'll never know. When we first moved here, it was a friend of, we made some friends, Boyd and Xiomara. They probably don't watch the channel, but much aloha. They had been here for a little while longer than we had been here. And we befriended them. And one day, we're kind of stuck on Front Street, right? We lived on Front Street. Our house was at 350 Front Street. And we're just kind of stuck on Front Street. Yeah, that's okay. It's a good place to be stuck. But one day, Xiomara invites Lisa to go for a hike. And she took her up here. And Lisa came back from that hike and she was so excited. She's like, oh man, you won't believe it. I was pulling fruit off of the trees and it was like beautiful, and there's all these paths, and I'm like, wow. And like, she didn't even know how to get back there, you know what I'm saying? So for years we had no idea where it was, how to get there, anything. And then one day I discovered it on accident, and I'm like, this is so cool. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to get there. In the meantime, shall we take a little look around? Let's go. All right, here we go. Hopefully the internet connection is still good. But one of the things that's nice about living, I think, in Kapalua is that if you live on or near the golf courses, plantation or bay villas, you can kind of go for fun little walks. Maybe not so much in the morning when the golfers are out, but certainly in the afternoon. And right now the bay course, as you can see, is shut down and probably will be for a very, very long time, because they're gonna rebuild and replant it and basically make it into like a links course. But ultimately, it's gonna stay green because Kapalua is a yellow zone if you look on a rain map, which means what? It gets a pretty good amount. It's gonna be all right. Do you know how hardy grass is? Like, you can't kill grass. It can go dormant, it'll come back, no problem. So where I'm coming up to right now on the beautiful One Wheel XL, the Float Life, coming up on where Kumalani Chapel used to have its Sunday services. So right there, and they got the boot, don't ask me why, but they are very close by, but there's where Kumalani used to meet every Sunday for years. It's no longer there. It's now basically like less than a third of the mile that direction as the crow flies. Here we have the Honolulu store, a great place to grab lunch or breakfast or just a cold drink or a coffee. And then next to that, of course, you have the world famous Sunsei's, the best sushi restaurant on the planet. Next to that is the Poor House, P.O. Anyone? McFly? Man, look how steep this hill is. And this One Wheel is a steep hill. All right, am I gonna make it? I don't know. All right, it's getting quiet. getting very quiet. All right, I think we're getting to the top. I don't know. I think so. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. One wheel GTXL. Owning Kapalua. Village course, duck pond, perfection. All the way up? For real? Oh yeah. Oh, yes, sir! Good job. All right, let's go over here and check it out. Check it out. Oh man, that was fun. But man, my legs are kind of stiff and sore. What do you guys think? Huh? Should we just do one of those YouTube Zen moments? Oh. Gorgeous, huh? Whew. So this is the duck pond, guys, and it just doesn't stop here, right? You can see the golf cart path continues all the way around that edge. Tons of single track in there. You can connect over to where they do the zip line. Single track galore all the way up to the ridge. I mean, it just literally goes on and on and on. Brings me back to my duck hunting days. Man, look at these guys. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. It has been an adventure taking you guys up to the duck pond here, Kapalua, all the way from the base on the one wheel. Thank you so much for joining me. I saw a comment that the internet's been kind of going in and out, which I kind of semi-expected. I'm kind of surprised we're even still connected. But anyway, we'll see how the replay comes back. But in the comments section, let me know, do you agree that this is like almost like surreal? Like, you ever watch Star Trek where all of a sudden they manifest in some kind of virtual reality, and it's like Spock is like staring at the sky and picking flowers? That's what it feels like to me. It's like surreal. Sometimes I'll go in there, I'll ride my mountain bike, and I'll just lay on the forest floor and look up. It's surreal, man. It's so cool. And of course, you can always come up here and bring your white flour bread, and they will suck it down. That's what they're expecting. They're expecting you to feed them. So when you come up here, be sure to bring some food. Until next time, I shall return. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I'll promise you one thing. Most beautiful place on planet Earth, best lifestyle thing you can ever find. And especially when you're mountain biking in the middle of the winter time and you're kind of getting a little bit of a sweat. It's like, yes, sir. I like to mountain bike year-round. I can't stand it in Colorado when all of a sudden it's so cold. Even if the trails aren't icy and muddy, it's like it's so cold, you're like, oh, I can't do this. But here, let's go surf, let's go mountain bike, let's go play. Until next time, Eric West out. Hey, don't forget, helpdaniel.org and teamwestmaui.com. I'll put links in the description. Hey, for Daniel, even if it's just $5, $7, put it on the monthly, that's the key. Every month he's gonna need that Starbucks cup of coffee, because that's all it would cost, right, for $7. That's easy. Put it on the monthly, and we're gonna get to that 40 grand. I don't care how long it takes. By the time FEMA kicks him out, we're gonna have enough money to get him his own place to rent. And if anybody out there has any options for Blind Daniel on Maui, please let us know. If you have a hale, if you have a condo, if you have a cottage, if you have whatever you got, if you even have where he could put an RV or something, please let us know. We really want to make sure we take care of Daniel's needs. So thank you so much for going to helpdaniel.org. All right, guys, until next time, Eric West, coming to you live. Wyoming Dan, Maui Dan, Jack Frost, he's home, he's back. Where's the button?